Welcome to Janet's Antiques, home of the Price Fairy. This is our 5,000 square foot building in which we have 20 dealers, 20 great dealers who are all professional and love to sell antiques. But I haven't always been in the antiques business. In my first life, I was a professional tennis player in the 1970s. One of probably obviously the biggest win that I ever had in singles was I beat Martina Navratilova at the US Open when it was at Forest Hills. And here I am, poor Martina was crying, and I went over and I consoled her and I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry," because she was so upset. But that was definitely obviously my biggest win in singles. And then my biggest tournament win in singles was I won the Italian Open in Rome. It was the same year the great Vitas Gerulaitis also won the men's. And one of the funnest matches I ever played, even though I didn't win, was at Hilton Head Island. Here I am shaking hands with Chris Evert. My partner, Pam Shriver, and we lost 5-4 in the tiebreak in the third to Rosie Casals and Chrissy. And the last point must have gone about 30 shots. And so even though we didn't win it, it was quite an exciting match, and one that I've always remembered quite fondly. And I also had the great pleasure of playing the finals of a singles tournament against the great Billie Jean King. She was definitely one of the greatest players I ever played against. And here I am with Australian Cynthia Durner, where we won the Canadian Open doubles. So I've had a very fortunate life, getting to travel all over the world playing tennis when I was young. And that's actually how I got into the antiques business. I started collecting antique tennis memorabilia. So that was in my first life. And now, somehow, I'm not quite sure how it happened, but somehow I graduated to being the Price Fairy. And at our shop, I have a magic wand that you can see. It twirls and makes noises. And so I try and greet people when they come into the store with my magic wand to let them know that we are always happy for the Price Fairy to try and find something for them to buy and to bargain with them on the price and to make sure that they have fun at our shop, either with the birds or the poodle or with the Price Fairy wand. So I hope you've enjoyed this little visit.